So I want you to imagine this shit, okay? And I know there's families all over the world, not just in the New World in the United States where I'm from. I'm in New York City. This is something when it comes to domestic violence and domestic murder. This is everywhere. It's the most prevalent crime when it comes to murder. It's the most prevalent crime in the world. But I want you to imagine this. Imagine your sister, who's always been the most unattractive person in your family, but the most spoiled. Imagine your sister being 350 pounds to 400 pounds most of her adult life, looking like a cross between Paul Stanley and Jim Belushi, and acted as if she looked like Brooke Shields or Phoebe. Actually, she kind of looks like Phoebe Cates, but Phoebe Cates is a very small framed woman. Imagine your sister being in modeling school, but she'd never be a model or anything like that. Imagine her calling herself the most attractive person in her family. She was my sister, Lauren E. Marbochelle. You're not going to find many pics of her because she's never been very attractive to take good pics. She's been close to 400 pounds most of her adult life. By the time she murdered her mother, she lost some weight, but she didn't lose a lot of weight, and she gained it back, from what I can tell. Imagine an unattractive, racist, bigoted person that killed parents within 30 days, divorced parents in 2 states, Georgia and Florida, neighboring states. She would kill these parents with the help of a stepbrother, as far as the father goes. They would kill the father 30 days after Laura, my sister, killed her mother. And it was typically she's done this over the years. And this is a sociopath that probably wasn't meant to be a killer, but she was triggered by money or the lack of money. She was kicked out of our father's will at that time and given nothing but a trailer in Arkansas. And the rest of us were getting houses or whatever. This made this bitch crazy. And again, this triggered her to kill her mother and eventually our dying father, deadbeat dad, loser, never paid child support, but he was dying of cancer. So she overdosed him with morphine along with the help of Stephen Paul Niemeyer. This is a fucking true story. I just can't prove it. I'm making a bunch of videos over this. I have to keep them privatized because she keeps on deleting them. She keeps on, what's the word? She keeps on contacting YouTube as far as a violation. I'm not even hashtagging her name, but I have a lot of videos about this. But this video is simply about, and I'm trying to make this kind of short. This is someone that you would not even think would be a murderer because she's too unattractive, she's too fat, she's too big boned to be a bad person. It takes all kinds of people to be murderers. What we typically see on television when it comes to crime documentaries or even on YouTube, these people are typically attractive, more or less. They're typically attractive. If you saw my sister, Lauren E. Marbochelle from Augusta, Georgia, I'm 51 and she's in her 53, 54. This woman would kill our mother and would get all of her assets. She would manipulate her. My mother and I were very close by the time I was an adult. I was the one that gave her money on a monthly basis. I gave her my college student loans, my Perkins loans. Laura never ever gave mom money. She would take and take and take until that month she died in February of 2019. And if you saw this woman and you believed me, you don't know me, I could be bullshitting, lying, disillusion or whatever. I figured certain things out. It's not like circumstantial evidence. There's just some clues there. There's her behavior around the time of these 2 deaths among relatives, where she had a very flat affect. She was very calm, which was unusual for someone like that. But you don't know me. You don't know what I'm talking about, really. But imagine a relative of yours being the most unattractive, most embarrassing looking, doesn't even dress smart whatsoever as a realtor. She was a real estate agent. Doing this and getting away with it. This shit happens everywhere in the world, not just in the US, not just in the southern United States. This is everywhere around the world. And the number one thing that's a problem, they typically get away with it. So I just wanted to bring that to you. Thank you for watching. Bye.